Breaking news, Nigerians. The former central bank governor, Govt Emefiele, would have faced firing squad if he was in China, says Tinubu's government. And yes, guys, this was stated by President Bola Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Nunuga, while reacting to the special investigation on CBN and related entities chargeable offences report. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led Nigerian government has stated that the immediate past governor of the CBN, Govt Emefiele, would have been killed by a firing squad if it happened that he was living in China. This was stated by President Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onunuga. The presidential aide added that Emefiele and his cronies would not be allowed to live in China for allegedly misappropriating public funds, according to Jim Obazi's research. Emefiele misappropriated monies while serving as governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. And according to the report, the former CBN governor opened bank accounts without the permission of the Apex Bank's Board of Directors or Investment Committee. And according to study, Emefiele unlawfully deposited billions of naira in 593 bank accounts in the US, that's the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and China. Obazi disclosed that Emefiele deposited 543,482,213 in fixed deposits in the UK banks alone without proper confirmation, without giving approval for these fixed deposits. And if Govt Emefiele and his gangs had committed these misappropriations in China, by now they would be facing firing squad for high treason, says Bayo Onunuga. And there are various lists of illegalities that were said to have been found during the regime of Govt Emefiele. It was said that unauthorized funded 593 banks accounts were located in the UK, the US, and in China. It was said that fraudulent cash withdrawal of about $6.23 million from the CBN vault under purported approval of the president to pay foreign election observers. It was also said that gross financial misconduct by the ex-CBN governor and at least 13 other individuals, including his deputy governors, 543.4 million euros kept in fixed deposit by Govt Emefiele himself, the manipulation of the Naira exchange rate, and the penetration of fraud in the e-Naira project of the CBN. All this was conducted by Govt Emefiele. The Naira redesign was neither recommended by the board of the CBN nor approved by the then president. The CBN printed the new 200, 500, and 1,000 naira notes at a total cost of 61.5 billion, out of which 31.8 billion has been paid to the contractor, and the sum of 1.73 billion was spent on questionable legal fees on 19 cases that are directly traceable to the Nigerian Naira redesign and the reconfiguration agenda. 205,000 was paid to the UK firm for the Naira redesign efforts. 1,000 euros was paid. The repositioning of watermark, the presence of the UR code, different numbering styles, a lot of things really transpired. There were fraudulent use of ways and means to tune the sum of 26.627 trillion. There were fraudulent intervention programs under Emefiele. There were fraudulent expenditures on COVID under Emefiele. There were misappropriation of presidential approval on the NESI Stabilization Strategy Limited under Emefiele. The pardon of the former president Muhammad Buhari's approval with 1,908.96 billion. Approximately 801.04 billion to 1 trillion. And all approvals are received from the former president, and yet 500 billion was taken and debited to ways and means. So a lot of things really transpired, and Govt Emefiele stealed and tried to balance the books of the CBN. Meanwhile, All these things later, hit him back when the Obazi led a team of investigators, when they started, digging deep into Emefiele's conspiracies, things that went under his administration. And yes, a lot of revelations were made, and Godwin Emefiele has been answering, series of questions on what went wrong during his administration. And here we have Bayo Ononuga saying all these things that happened, all this series of revelations. Had it been Emefiele was in China, definitely Emefiele would be facing the firing squad. He would be hanged. He would be this and that. Now, Nigerians has really reacted to this statement made by Bayo Ononuga, saying not only Emefiele, including 99% of politicians, Tinubu government said the same against Jonathan when they arrived to rubbish the country to the worst. So what about Tinubu that bought the presidential position? So Buhari is now a saint, Abi. Well, Godwin Emefiele has caused more damages to this country. How did the present leader made his wealth? That is the problem. So what is the difference between what he did and what is currently happening now? What will Tinubu face? I believe his entire family would stop existing if Nigeria was like North Korea. This man is too corrupt in all ramifications. He will be smiling with you. Meanwhile, he has been filled with deadly tendencies. Meaning all the past and present political office holders would be victimized in the same manner. Now, of course, but the accusers are guilty too. Corruption just got dimensions in the Nigerian political space. Now, guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. According to Nigerians, Tinubu's government wouldn't have come to power if it was in China. Tinubu's government wouldn't have come to power if it was in USA. Buhari should also be arrested and prosecuted, for supervising such crimes against Nigerians. Now, guys, these are, reactions from Nigerians. A lot of people have really reacted to this. So, guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.